Hello viewers, my name is Mr.Adebanjo and I want to welcome you to this teaching on the solution of Waec GCE 2022 General Mathematics Objective Questions. So we are going to be solving Waec GCE 2022, the just concluded Waec GCE. The as at when this recording is being done, the exam was had last Saturday, and we want to do a solution of the objective question. So if you later have access to the theory, also we surely solve the theory also and upload it on this channel. So also I want to say that if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you are not helping us at all. If you just watch the video and you just watch the video without subscribing to the channel, you benefit from the video, and we don't subscribe to the channel, you are not helping us. So we appeal to our viewers to click on the subscribe button on the channel, so that and you can also click on the bell as well, so that you'll be notified whenever we post video on this channel. So we are pleading that you should click the subscribe button, so that you will help us to improve and move this channel forward. And as you do so, may the good Lord bless you. So don't forget, we are going to be solving Waec GCE 2022 General Mathematics Objective Questions. And what are we going to do in this video? We are going to be telling you all the topics where the question were picked, and also solve each question systematically. So without wasting much of our time, let's jump to the first question. Now the first question is what you are seeing on the screen right now, and the question says that arrange the following fractions in ascending order. You are to arrange these three fractions, 3 over 4, 3 over 5, 2 over 3, in ascending order, that is from the lowest to the biggest. And that might not be possible mere looking at the fraction. So but if you convert all these fraction one after the other to decimal fraction or to decimal numbers, then from there you'll be able to deduce the biggest as well, and you'll be able to arrange it in ascending order. So if I convert 3 over 4 to decimal, we have 0.75, and if we convert 3 over 5 to decimal, we have 0.6, and if you convert 2 over 3 to decimal as well, we have 0.66. So mere looking at it now, we can easily deduce which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest here. As we can see, 0.6 here is the smallest, and then followed by 0.66, and followed by 0.75. So if you rearrange it, you have 0.6, 0.66, 0.75, and which of the fraction has 0.6, and that is 3.3 over 5. Then 2 over 3 will follow, then 3 over 4 is the biggest. So if you rearrange in ascending order, we have 3 over 5, 2 over 3, 3 over 4, and that means option D is the correct option in the question number 1. Now let's move to the question number 2. Question number 2 says that find the product of 243 base 5 and 14 base 5. So the question is from number base. We are to find the product of these two numbers in base 5, and we know the meaning of products, that you have to multiply them out, and your answer should be in base 5 as well, because if you look at the option given, they are all in base 5, and we should know the number in base 5. That means number from 0 to 4. So that means the highest value you are going to get in the answer should be 4. So now if you arrange these two numbers in 100 tens units, just like the way you arrange numbers, when you are trying to multiply them out, you arrange it like that. You have 243 base 5 multiplied by 14 base 5. So you can start multiplying just like the way you multiply the number in base 10. So, and that means this 4 will multiply everything, then 1 also will multiply everything here. So let's try to multiply out. 4 times 3 will give us 12. And we know that we cannot write 12 down here because we are in base 5, because 12 is greater than 5. So what do? You will now use that base to divide that number you got. So 5 in 12 will give us 2, remainder 2. So you write the remainder. So you keep the 2. Then 4 times 4 as well, that give us 16. 16 plus 2, that give us 18. So you cannot write 18 down as well because it's bigger than base 5. So 5 in 18, that will give us 3, remainder 3. So you write the remainder down, then you keep the 3. Then 4 times 2 also will give us 8. Then 8 plus 3, that will give us 11. Then you can also write 11. What do? 5 in 11, that will give us 2, remainder 1. So you write that remainder down. Then the remaining 2, since there's nothing you can multiply again, you write the 2 here. Then 1 also will multiply also. 1 times 3 will give us 3. 1 times 4 will give us 4. 1 times 2 give us 2. Because all these values are less than base 5. So that's why you can see them. You can write them down. Then you can now add it. But now 2 plus 0 will give us 2. 3 plus 3 will give us 6. And 6 is more than base 5. So we cannot write 6 down. Then 5 in 6 will give us 1, remainder 1. So you write remainder down. Then you keep the 1. Also, that 1 now you add it to this one, making 2. 2 plus 4 you also give us 6. Then you cannot also write 6. So 5 will go in 6. Then that will give you 1, remainder 1. So you write that remainder down. So you keep the 1. Then also you add the 1 to this 2. That will give us 3 plus 2. That will give us 5. We cannot also write 5 down because you are in base 5. So what do? 5 in 5. That will be 1, remainder 0. So you write the remainder down first. Then they will now write the 1. So you have 1 0 1 1 2 base 5 as the product of these two numbers. And if you look at the option provided, we have that option A is the correct option. So that's the solution to the question number 2 of Waec GCE 2022 mathematics objective general mathematics objective question. Let's go to question number 3 now. Question number 3 is from indices. Given that 1 over 3 times 27 raised to power y is equals to 9 raised to power 2y, you have to find the value of y. So if you look at this question, I said it's on indices. So what do? We know that 1 over 3 means the inverse of 3. And according to the law of indices, when we have 1 over 3, 1 over a, we can also write as a raised to power minus 1 because it's talking about the inverse of a. So also 1 over 3 means 3 raised to power minus 1, and that's what we're having here. Then times, we can find the index of 27 because we want to make the base to be equal. So we'll find the index of 27. That will give us 3 raised to power 3. Then that power will multiply the y here. So that will give us 3y according to the law of indices. Equals, so you find index of 9 as well, which is 3 raised to power 2, and multiply by 2y. So here now, these two multiply these two, that will give us 4y. And if you look at this left hand side, we can see that we are having an index multiplied by another index. And you can see that they have the same base. So we can apply the first law of indices here. That is, when you have an index multiplied by another index and they have the same base, in between them you have times. Then you can pick one of the base and add the power. So yeah, if you pick the 3 as the base and you do something to the power, you add it. So you have minus 1 plus 3y equals to 3 raised to the power 4y. Now you can see that we are now having a single index in the left hand side and a single index at the right hand side. That means the base can cancel out the base. Then you'll be having minus 1 plus 3y equals to 4y. Then collect like times, you have minus 1 is equals to, take this 3y to the other side, you have 4y minus 3y. 4y minus 3y will give us 1. Sorry, 4y minus 3y will give us y. So that means our y is equals to minus 1. So y is equals to minus 1. and the option B is the correct option in the question number 3. So I hope you understand that question number 3 very well. It's very simple as well. Question number 4 now. Question number 4 is from set. So it's from set, and we are going to interpret it as well. But this is the question is from range of set. Given that set M is equals to set M as x element which belongs to natural number such that x is greater than 3, and n set n is equals to, we having x element belongs to natural number such that s less than 7. Find the value, find m intersection n. Now, like I said, now this question is from a range of sets, and we have discussed set in one of our playlists. If you look at the playlist of this channel, you will see those topics you have talked about in the past and that we have made video on, and one of them is set. And in one of the video on set, we have talked about range of set. That is when we put a set, the element of a given set in inequality form. So that's range of set, and we can interpret it. So if you really want to know more on that, you can go to that video and explore the video. This one is saying that we have set M now, and set M as x element which belongs to natural number. What are natural number? Natural number are all positive counting whole numbers. All positive counting whole number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on to infinity. So those are natural number. So M as x element, and that x element belongs to natural number, and they are not telling that such that s is greater than 3. So that means you're talking about whole number here which is greater than 3. That means you're talking about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on to infinity. Also set n as x elements which belong to natural number such that x is less than 7. So we also have natural number here which is less than 7. That means we are talking about 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, and so on to infinity. So now that we have been able to find the element of set M and set N, then we can now find M intersection N. That is what's meaning of intersection. That is look at set M, look at set M, N. Any element they have in common, that is the intersection between them. So they have 6 here, they have 6 here, 5 is here, 5 is here in the element, 4 is here, 4 is here, and that is only all the elements they have in common. So that means M intersection N is 4, 5, 6. And if you look at the option provided, we have the option C is the correct option in the question number 4. I hope you understand that question. The next question now is question number 5. And question number 5 is the combination of a logarithm and indices. Combination of logarithm and indices. You have to evaluate 16 raised to power 3 over 2 plus log 0.001 base 10 plus log 32 base 2. So this is on indices, and this is logarithm and logarithm. And what is this one saying according to indices? This is saying that this means the square root of 16 raised to power 3. This over 2 here means square root. 1 over 2 means square root of 16, then raised to power 3. So what is square root of 16? That will give us 4. Then we'll be having 4 raised to power 3 here as interpretation of this one. And this is what we get here, 4 raised to power 3. But if you don't understand that, you can find the index of 16, which is 4 raised to power 2. Then according to the law of indices, this power of 2 will multiply this 3 over 2 as well. That means 2 can take care of 2. That means you have 4 raised to power 3 left. If so, I believe you understand that one. Then also this one now, we can change this to index as well, 0.001. You can change it to index by moving the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be 10 raised to power minus 4 because you are moving it to the right hand side. Then also this one is also saying that how often can you raise 2 to get 32? That's the meaning of logarithm. How often can I raise 10 to get 0.001? Or how often can I raise 2 to get 32? So that means you can raise 2 raised to power 5 to get it. So that's the meaning of logarithm. But if you don't understand that, you can change this one also to index, that it will be having the base of 2. That will be 2 raised to power 5. So from there now, 2 will take care of 2 here. We have 4 raised to power 3 left. Then according to the law of law of logarithm, this power minus 4 here can come to the back here. Then also 5 here will come to the back here as well. Then here you'll be having minus 4 log 10 base 10. That is saying that how many times can you raise 10 to get 10? That is 1. Or what is log 10 of base 10? That is 1 as well. So 1 times minus 1 will give 1 times minus 4 will give us minus 4 here. And 4 raised to power 3 will give us 64. Also here, how often can you raise 2 to get 2? That is 1. 1 times 5 will give us 5. So that means you have 64 minus 4 plus 5. 64 minus 4 is 60 plus 5, that's 65. And the correct option here is option C, as you can see on the screen right now. So that is the solution to question number 5, which I hope you understand how we got that. So let's quickly move to question number 6 because of our time. Question number 6 is on ratio and basically algebraic fraction. Now we have if 3x plus 2y to 3x plus 4y is equal to 3 to 5. Find the value of the x to y. Now, of course, this is a ratio, and we know what really ratio really mean. 3x plus 2y to 3x plus 4y means 3x plus 2y over 3x plus 4y. And 3 to 5 means 3 over 5 as well. And that is what we interpret here. And what does this imply? It means that 3x plus 2y is equal to 3, 3x plus 4y is equal to 5, and that will give us a 2 linear equation that we can solve simultaneously. So we have equation 1 here and equation 2 here. Then we can solve them using any method we like, whether substitution or elimination. But I can see that we are having 3s here, we are having 3s here. So that means the coefficient of x here is already equal. Is already equal, so I can eliminate it by subtracting one equation from the other. So if I remove equation 1 from equation 2, subtract 1 from 2, that means I add 3s minus 3, that will give us 0. 4y minus 2y will give us 2y. Then 5 minus 3 will give us 2. Then if I divide both sides by 2, I will get y to be equal to 1. So if I know my y, I can find my x in any of this equation. So put y equals to 1 into equation 1, which is this one. So 3x plus 2y equals to 3. Then wherever you see y, you put 1 there. 3x plus 2 into 1 equals to 3. Then 2 times 1 will give us 2. That means we have 3x is equals to 3 minus 2 is 1. Then divide both sides by 3 to get x. That s is 1 over 3. So x to y means we have 1 over 3 to 1. So if you look at the option provided here, none of them is correct based on this solution. So which I think there is an omission on, there's a typographical error, or there's a problem in what we have here. So if that is the case, then you can check from your own hand if there's a mistake also, or something needs to be corrected. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no option here. This could be this one will have been the option, but we are having 3 over 3 to 1 here. So, and that is that on question number 6. Now question number 7. Question number 7 is on simplification of algebraic fraction as well. We have algebraic fraction here, and then we have to simplify this. At the end of the day, we'll get a quadratic equation and that will be one of these option A to D after I have simplified this. So we can work on the left hand side by finding the LCM of the left hand side here, which is LCM of s plus 1 and x. So what's the LCM of s plus 1 and x? That should be x into s plus 1. That's the LCM. So then s plus 1 in x into s plus 1. That means you have x left. So s times 2 will give us 2x. Then minus x in this. That means we have s plus 1 left. So s plus 1 times 3 here will give us minus 3 into s plus 1 equals to 3 over 2. Then if you simplify this numerator, you have 2s. Then minus 3 will open the brackets, minus 3x minus 3. Then over s into s plus 1 equals to 3 over 2. Then from there, if you take like times here, you have 2x minus 3s. That will give us minus x minus 3. Then if we open the bracket here, you have s squared plus x is equals to 3 over 2. From here, we can cross multiply. That is 3 will multiply the denominator here, and this 2 will multiply the numerator here. So if 3 multiply this, that means you have 3x squared plus 3x. Then 2 multiply minus 2 minus x minus 3. And that will give us minus 2x minus 6. Then if you take the like times, we have 3x squared and plus 3x. Then minus 2x come this way, you have plus 2x. The minus 6 also follow, you have plus 6 equals to 0. Then 3x plus 2x will give us 5x. That means the equation is 3x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. That means option A is the correct option as far as question number 7 is concerned. Now, question number 8 now is the next question we are going to solve. And that question is from sequence and series. Arithmetic progression. So the question is from sequence and series. And the question says that the fourth term and the 10th term of an arithmetic progression AP are 13 and 31. So the question we need to ask ourselves is that what is the fourth term of an arithmetic progression? The fourth term of an arithmetic progression is a plus 3d, and we are told that it is equal to 13. So we have it to be equal to 13, and that gives us equation 1. Then the 10th term of an AP also is a plus 9d equals to 31 here. So this kind of question will give us a simultaneous equation, as we can see right now. So we have a plus 3d equals to 13. Then we have a plus 9d equals to 31, which we can solve simultaneously. But we can see that a is already in the two equations, a is already equal, so we can easily subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So that means a will eliminate. Then we have 9d minus 3d, that will give us 6d equals to 31 minus 13, that will give us 18. Then if you divide both sides by 6, that means d will be equal to 3. So the common difference, which is d, is 3. Then we can substitute d into any of these equations to get the value of our a. So if I put d in equation 1, we have equation 1 to be a plus 3d equals to 13. Then if I put 3 in place of d here, that means I have a plus 9, because 3 times 3 will give us 9 equals to 13. Then I will take like times. Then I have a 9 will come here, that will become a equals to 13 minus 9, and that gives us 4. So also the first term of the AP of the sequence is 4. Now that we know the first term, we know the common difference, we can find the 21st term. You have to find 21st term. And what we need to ask ourselves is, what is the 21st term of an AP? And that is a plus 20d. So our a is 4 and our d is 3. So if you simplify that, you have 4 plus 20 into 3. 20 times 3 gives us 60. Then 60 plus 4 gives us 64. So that means the 21st term of that sequence is 64. And option D is the correct option in the question number 8. Question number 9 now is what we want to talk about. And it's on arithmetic of finance. And there is some discount. Accrues allow a discount of 12.5% on a dress that costs $125. Calculate correct to the nearest dollars the amount paid for the dress. Now, on every $125 cost of a dress, we have 12.5% discount to be given to the customer. So we now want to know how much the customer will pay, or how much this person will pay. All we need to do is to find 12.5% of this $125. Then whatever we get, we remove it from the $125. That will give us the amount the person will pay. So as I said here, 12.5% of the cost of the dress So what's the cost of the dress? $125. So what is 12.5%? That's 12.5 over 100 times $125. So that will give us $15.625. Then that is the discount that will be removed from the cost of the dress. So if you then the amount the person will pay will be $125 minus $15.625 and if you subtract that, that will give us $109.375. And you have to take it to the nearest dollars, so that will give us $109 because this 3 here is not up to 5, so we round it down to 0 and add it to 9, and that every other thing becomes 0. So that means you have $109 as the price of the dress, having been given 12.5% discount. And if you look at the option provided, option C is the correct option in question 9. Now question 10 now is the next question, and the question is on subject formula. The question says we have to make S the subject of the relation px plus 1 over qs plus 1 equals to r over x. So we have to make S subject of the formula. It's a very simple question as well, and that is what we are having here, the question given to us. But what do you think we can do? We can cross multiply here. When we cross multiply, S will multiply ps plus 1 and r will multiply qs plus 1. So if r multiply qs plus 1, we have rqs plus, this time it will give r times 1 will give us r, equals to s multiplied by ps will give us sps, s multiplied by 1 will give us x plus x. Then from there now we can now take the like times. We're having x here, we're having x here, so we can take this one to this side and take this one to the other side as well. So I mean we have rqs minus sps equals to s minus r. So s is common here, and that's what we are really looking for. We can factorize x out here. So x into qr minus sp equal to s minus r. Then to get our s, you can divide both sides by whatever is in the bracket here. So that means we have s equal to s minus r over qr minus sp. But if you look at the option given to us here, there's none of the option. No option is look like what we have here. That means there's something we can do. We can multiply up and down by minus, or factorize out minus here and minus here as well. So it's either you multiply up and down by minus, or you factorize minus out of the numerator and denominator. So if you multiply up and down by minus, if you multiply this one by minus, you have minus s. Multiply this one by minus, you have plus r. Multiply this one by minus, you have minus qr. Multiply this one by minus, you have plus sp. Then you can now rearrange it. Now you have r minus s, then sp minus qr, which is the, if you look at it now, we have option A to be the correct option in the question given in question number 10. So I believe you understand that subject formula. So don't forget we are solving Waec GCE 2022 General Mathematics Objective Question. And like I said, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please, you are not helping us. The only way you can help us in this you can help this channel to improve is by clicking on subscribe button right now, and click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we post information or video on this platform. Now let's go to question number 11. Question number 11 is on surd, and we have to simplify this surd. 4 surd 18 minus 3 surd 72 plus 4 surd 50 over surd 6. So you have to simplify it to the simplest form. And if you look at the surd given to us, surd 18 is not yet simplified, surd 72 is not simplified, surd 50 also is not yet simplified. So that means you can simplify them further. And how do we simplify a surd? Is by looking for two numbers you can multiply together to give you that surd, and one of the number is a perfect squared. How do we simplify a surd? Look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us that surd, and one of the number is a what? Perfect square. So the two numbers you can multiply together to give us 18 is 9 times 2, and 9 is a perfect square. Also here, two numbers you can multiply together to give us 72 is 36 times 2, and 36 is a perfect square. Also for surd 50, 25 times 2, 25 is a perfect square. So what is sort 9? That is 3. 3 times 4 will give us 12. And sort 2 left. So what is sort 36? That is 6. 6 times minus 3 will give us minus 18. Then we have sort 2 left. Then plus, what is sort 25? That is 5. 5 times 4 will give us 20. Plus, we have sort 2 left over sort 6. Now we can collect like times here. You can see that all of them are having sort 2, sort 2, sort 2. And this you can see like, let's regard this sort 2 as ball. I have 12 ball minus 18 ball. That will give me minus 6 ball. So minus 6 ball plus 20 ball will give me 14 ball. That's why you're having sort 14 sort 2 here, which is I represent as 14 ball. If you really want to understand it, you're having sort 2 sort 2 sort 2 here. So 12 sort 2 that we're having here minus 18 sort 2 plus 20 sort 2, and that will give us 14 sort 2 over sort 6. And if you know sort very well, when you're having a fraction and the denominator is in sort form, we don't leave an answer like that. What do? We rationalize. So that means this sort C will multiply up and down, and that's what we are having here, that 14 sort 2 over sort 6 multiplied by sort 6 over sort 6. So sort 6 will multiply up and down. So sort 6 times sort 6 will give us 6. Then sort 6 times sort 2 here will give us sort 12. And sort 12 also we can simplify further, because it's not at the simplest form. That is, there are two numbers you can multiply together to give us 12, and one of them is a perfect square, and that is 4 times 3. So what is sort 4? That is 2. 2 times 14 will give us 28, and we are left with sort 3 over 6. So 3 can go here, sorry, 2 can go here, 2 can go here. So 2 in 28 will give us 14, 2 in 6 will give us 3. So we have 14 sort 3 over 3. And if you look at the option provided, we have option C to be the correct option there. I hope you understand the solution of this question number 11. Let's go to question number 12. Question number 12 is on variation. The question is from variation. Given that p varies inversely as square root of 2q, and p is equal to 12 when q is equal to 8, find the value of q when p is equal to 21. So p varies inversely as square root of 2q. P varies inversely as square root of 2q. That's what we're having here as the interpretation of to that. But we need to eliminate this variation sign and make this expression an equation. And how do we do that? Is by introducing a constant. So we introduce a constant k here. So k will multiply 1 here. So you have k over sort 2q. And you can see that the variation is gone, and you have an equation now. You have been given the value of p to be 12, and you have been given the value of q to be 8. So if you substitute that, you have 12 equals to k over square root of 2 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So that means you have the square root of 16 here, and what square root of 16? That is 4. So we have 12 equals to k over 4, and we know we can cross multiply. 12 multiply 12 multiply 4 equals to k. So we have k equals 12 times 4, and that will give us 48. So that means the constant is 48. Then the question now said that we should find the value of q when p is equals to 21. So from this equation we get here, you can make q the subject of the formula before we now substitute the value given to us here, there. And if you do that, you can cross multiply from there. In cross multiply, you'll be having p, then square root of 2q equals to k, then divide both sides by p. You'll be having square root of 2q equals to k over p, and that's what you're having in this step. I've jumped one step here. So how can I remove this square root? If by squaring both sides. So if I square this, the square root will go, and have 2q equals to k over p squared. Now we know the value of we have been given the value of our p here, which is 21, and we know the value of our k, which is 48. So we have 48 over 21 squared. So 3 can go here, that will be 16. 3 can also go in 21, that will be 7. We have 16 over 7 squared. So that will be 256 over 49. Then we are looking for q. You have to divide both sides by 2. So that will be 256 over 49 divided by 2 again. And this division you can change to times. That will be 1 over 2. 2 here 1, 2 into 256, that gives us 128 over 49. And if you look at the option provided, option A is the correct option there. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you are following as where we solve the Waec GCE general mathematics objective question systematically. So we just concluded question number 12. Now we are going to question number 13. Now question number 13 is on set, and it's on Venn diagram. So the question is on a Venn diagram. We are told that in a class of 40 students, that means our universal set is 40 element. As our universal set has 40 elements, which is 40 students. So, and don't forget that this box represents the universal set. And after this video, we are going to be making a video on Venn diagram, and we are going to explain Venn diagram extensively, both Venn diagram of 2 subsets and 3 subsets. And I know we are going to enjoy and learn a lot on it as well. So before that, let's solve this question. So we have 2 sets in the Venn diagram, which is chemistry and physics. So that is why you're having 2 circles here. One circle represents chemistry, the other circle represents what? Physics. So we are told that 8 plus 3s read chemistry. So that means all the elements in chemistry, people that read chemistry, are 8 plus 3x. So, and 12 read physics only. So this circle, inside this circle, this place, that is this place, you can see, represents P only, people that read physics only. This place also represents people that read chemistry only. Then this place represents people that read chemistry and physics only. Then outside there represent people that did not do anything, they did not read physics and chemistry at all. So if you continue, we are told that people 12 read physics only. That's why you have 12 here. Then if 5 students read neither chemistry nor physics, that means they did not read any of the 2 subjects. So that's why they are inside the box, outside the circle. So then find the value of x. So in the question given to us, we are given physics only. We are given people that are read chemistry. So that means we need to find people that read both the subject and people that read chemistry only as well. Then how do we get that? Since we are not giving people that read the 3 subjects, so the 2 subjects rather, what do? You call it you call it x. People that read both subjects, you call it x. Then if you know people that read both subjects, which is x, you can find people that read chemistry only. How do we do that? Is by removing this x from people that read chemistry, and that will give us people that read chemistry only. So that means you have chemistry only equals to s plus 3s, which is people that read chemistry, minus people that read both chemistry and physics, which is x. So 8 plus 3s minus x, that will give us 8 plus 2x. And that's why you're having people, this place will be 8 plus 2s, which is talking about people that read chemistry only. Then the union of chemistry and physics plus people that did not do anything will represent the universal set. So the universal set, which is this box, means people that are not doing anything, plus people that read chemistry only, plus people that read chemistry and physics, plus people that read physics only. And that's what you're having here, that 8 plus 2x plus x plus 12 plus 5 equals to what? 40. Then if you simplify that further, we have 8 plus 12, that is 20, plus 5, that's 25. Then we have 2x plus x, that gives us 3x equals to 40. If you collect like times, we have 3x equals to 40 minus 25, and that will give us 15. Then you can divide both sides by 3, and that will make our x 5. So that means people that read physics, chemistry and physics are 5. So, and that's what you have to find, value of x. So an option B is the correct option in the question given to us. So I hope you understand the question number 13. Let's go to question number 14. Question number 14 is on plain mensuration, and that is of circle. A bicycle wheel of radius 30 centimeter turns through 100 revolution. Find in meters the distance travel. Take pi to be 22/7. So the wheel of a bicycle is circular in shape, and it revolve round. That is a revolution. Or if it is a pendulum now, or pendulum, the to and fro per seconds is the revolution. So, but when it comes to bicycle now, when the bicycle move around, I mean the wheel of the bicycle turn round, then that is a revolution. And we are told that the revolution was 100. So they want us to know the distance the bicycle cover in 100 revolution. But the radius of the wheel is given to us in centimeter, and the question wants us to leave an answer in meter. So that means you need to first of all convert the radius to meter. And how do we do that? We have on the conversion rate is 100 centimeter is 1 meter. Then therefore 1 centimeter will be 1 over 100 meter by dividing both sides by 100. So if we know 1 centimeter to be 1 over 100 meter, then we can find 30 centimeter. So therefore 30 centimeter will be 30 over 100, and that will be 3 over 10 meter. So that means the radius will be 3 over 10 meter. Then how do we now find the distance now? Now 1 revolution is a unit distance of the covered by the bicycle. A distance equals to 1 revolution, which is equal to 2 pi r, that is the circumference of the wheel. When you move around a circle, then we're talking about the circumference of the circle. So when we move around the wheel, we're talking about the circumference of the wheel. So when the wheel revolve around one time, that means it will cover the perimeter of that wheel, which is 2 pi r. So, and that's talking about a distance now. So if you can calculate 1 revolution, then you can also know 100 revolution. So 1 revolution is 2 pi r, and we know that 2 times 22 over 7, which is pi, times the radius of the wheel, which is 3 over 10. Then if you simplify that further, that will give us 132 over 70, and that will give us 1.86886 meter, which I approximated to 1.89 meter. So if 1 revolution is this, then we can now find 100 revolution, which is the distance we have to find. So 1 revolution is 1.89. Therefore 100 revolution will be this times 100. So that way we have 100 times 1.886, and that will give us 188.6 meter as the distance covered by the bicycle in 100 revolution. So option A is the correct option in question number 14. As you can see, I hope you are enjoying the solution we profile for this Waec GCE. So if you understand, let's proceed to question number 15. Question number 15 is on coordinate geometry. It's on coordinate geometry, and we have to find the gradient of the line passing through point P, having coordinate of 1, minus half, and the Q having coordinate of -3, -8, whole number 1 over 2. So we have to find the gradient of a straight line given the 2 coordinates that the line passes through. And if you want to find the gradient of a straight line given the coordinate that the line passes through, we know that we have the gradient to be y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1, which is changing y over changing x. So from the question, we know that our y2 to be -8 whole number 1 over 2, and our y1 to be -1 over 2, and our s2 to be -3, and our s1 to be 1. So if you substitute that into this, we have -8 whole number 1 over 2 minus open bracket -1 over 2 over -3 minus 1. Then you can change this mixed number to improper fraction, and that will give us -17 over 2. Minus times minus here will give us plus half over -3 minus 1 will give us -4. Then we can take the LCM of this numerator, and that will be 2, and you'll be having -17 plus 1 over 2. over uh minus 4. So I think there's an omission here. Minus 3 minus 4. Sorry, minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. So there's an omission here, minus here. So here you'll be having minus 17 plus 1. That'll give us minus 16. Then over 2 divided by minus 4. So there's an omission here. So minus will take care of minus. So you'll be having 16 divided by 2. That'll give us 8 divided by 4. And that'll give us 2. So that is wrong. This what you have here is wrong. The answer is plus 2. So I'm just saying that for now. So I'm sorry for that omission, but thank God we were able to see it before we continue. So the option is option C. The correct option is option C. So please omit this option B. The correct option is option C, and that is why it is ideal we solve it together one after the other so that we will see if there's a mistake or not. So don't forget option C, 2 is the answer, not minus 2. Let's go to question number 16. Question number 16 is on logic, which is a proposition. It's preposition rather. So we are given two proposition. Proposition P says that locally produced batteries are attractive. Then proposition Q says that most locally produced battery do not last long. So we are right to write in symbolic form. The battery in my torchlight has lasted for a long time. Now look at it now. Here we have do not last long. Here we are having lasted for a long time. Has lasted for a long time. So that means they have negated this proposition Q. And we know the symbol for negation, this symbol here that look like snake. This symbol here that look like snake is negation. So they have negated position Q to get has lasted for long. Here you are having do not last for long. Here you are having has lasted for long. So that means they have negated proposition Q. Then and is attractive. So attractive is in proposition P. So that means if you look at the symbol that represent this what is given to this statement here, you'll be having P and you're having and here, and this is the symbol for hand, something like look like raised to power. P and then they have negated in this statement you have negated what Q. So a negation of Q. So that means option B is the correct option, and for the question number 16, which I believe you understand what I explained there. Question number 17 now is the next question, and the question number 17 is on plane geometry, and it's on parallel line. So if you really want to understand parallel line very well, please go to the playlist of this channel. You will see some video we have made in the past, and we explain plane geometry and all the theorems in plane geometry, and one of them is on parallel lines. We have explained what parallel line is all about, and all the angles that are formed in parallel lines, such as alternate angle, corresponding angle, opposite interior angles are supplementary. So please, if you really want to be able to solve this question very well in case of another exam, please visit the playlist and look at plane geometry and the parallel lines on plane geometry. So for the benefit of this question, now we have that in the diagram, line PQ, this line is parallel to line RS, this line, and that's why you're having two arrows. You're having arrows on the two lines. That means they are parallel. Find the size of the angle mark X. They are looking for this angle here, X here, this angle. So now if you look at the these two parallel lines, and you can see that this line cut across these two parallel lines. That means this line is a line of transversal. Also this straight line as well also cut across the two parallel lines. That means this line also is a line of transversal, and the two lines meet here, and that means you're having a triangle here. You're having a triangle here, and in the triangle you have two angles. So if you can find this third angle, then we'll be able to find the value of X, because we know that sum of angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. So then the question is, how do we know this angle inside this triangle? Now, if you look at this angle 52 given to us here, there is a relationship between this angle here and this angle that is here, this one here. If you understand parallel line very well, you will know the relationship that this angle 52 here is equal to this angle here. Why? They are corresponding angle, and corresponding angles are what? Are equal. So if this angle here is 52, that means this angle here is 52. Also, if this angle here is 52, there's a relationship between this angle here and this angle inside the triangle here. They are vertically opposite angle. That's also you can see in the plane geometry. When you go to our playlist, you can go through the videos that they are well explanatory. They are well explained, and you will enjoy it truly. So it will help you a lot. So this angle is 52. This angle is also 52, vertically opposite angle. So if this angle is 52, that means this plus this should give us 180 because sum of angle in a triangle. And that's what we are having here, that s plus 52 plus 35 equals 180 degrees. Sum of angle in a triangle. Then we have that 52 plus 35 will give us 87. Then s plus 87 equals 180. Collect like times. S will be 180 minus 87. S is 93 degrees. So option D is the correct option as far as this question number 17 is concerned, which I believe you understand what we have done here. Now let's go to question number 18. Question number 18 is also on plane geometry, and the question is on polygon. So we have also explained polygon in the past. So do visit the playlist and look at explanation we have made on polygon. We have talked about everything we need to know on polygon, and we have solved a lot of questions on polygon, both Waec question and Waec question on polygon. So if you truly want to understand what you are going to do here, please visit that video on polygon. The question says that find the size of an interior angle. An interior angle, that means one angle, each angle inside don't forget that the meaning of interior means angle inside. An interior angle of a regular non-argon. And we know that a non-argon is a polygon with 9 sides. So a non-argon is a polygon with 9 sides. So we have to find each interior angle of a non-argon. So the question is, how do we find each interior angle of a regular polygon? If we know the formula of finding sum of interior angle of a regular polygon, which is 2n minus 4 multiplied by 90, then to find each interior, that means you divide by that formula by number of sides the polygon has. So to find each interior angle of any regular polygon, you have 2n minus 4 multiplied by 90 over n, where n is the number of sides the polygon has. So non-argon has 9 sides. If you put that here, you have 2 times 9 minus 4 over multiplied by 90 over 9. And that's what we are having here right now. Then 2 times 9 will give us 18 minus 4 over 9. Then 18 minus 4 will give us 14 over times 90 over 9. So 9 can go in 90, that will give us 10. So 10 times 14 will give us 140 degrees. So that means each interior angle of a non-argon is 140 degrees. Each interior, every angle, each one of the angles in each angle in a non-argon is 140 degrees. And if you look at the option given to us, option D is the correct option out of the 4 options provided, which I believe you understand what we have done in there in question number 18. Question number 19 is on a trigonometric ratio. We are given that sine p is equal to 5 over 13, where p is acute. Find the value of cos p minus tan p. And this is trigonometric ratio, as sine is one of the trigonometric ratio that we have, and p here is the angle. So sine is talking about opposite. Sine of angle p is talking about opposite over hypotenuse. So if you draw a triangle, because we know that trigonometric ratio is related to trigonometric ratio is related to right angle triangle. So if you draw a right angle triangle, you can slot in everything provided here into the triangle. P is an angle, so put the angle here. Then sine is opposite of angle P, which is this side. So you write your 5 there, over hypotenuse. Where is the hypotenuse? This is the hypotenuse, 13. Then you have two sides. Then you can find the third side, which I labeled x, using what? Pythagoras theorem. So you can use Pythagoras theorem to find this side, x. Then that will be square root of the hypotenuse side equals to square root of the sum of the square of the remaining two sides. That's Pythagoras theorem saying that the square of the hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of the square of the remaining two sides. So 13 squared equals to 5 squared plus s squared. So 13 squared is 169 equals to 5 squared is 25 plus s squared. We can collect like times here. That will give us 169 minus this one goes here. We have minus 25 equals to s squared here. 169 minus 25 is 144. So you can take square root of both sides. That will give us s to be 12. So that means this side, which is adjacent side to this angle P, is 12. Then if we know that, then we'll be able to find cos, we'll be able to find tan P as well. What is cos? Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So that will be 12 over 13. And that's what you have here. Then tan is a TOA, opposite over adjacent. 5 over 12. That's what you have here. And if you find the LCM of the denominator 13 and 12, that will be 156. So 13 in 156, that give us 12. 12 times 12 give us 144 minus 12 in 156, that will give us 13. 13 times 5, that give us 65. And if you subtract, then that will give us 79 over 156. So option A is the correct option in the question number 19. So I believe you understand this question. It's very simple as well and easy to interpret. Let's go to question number 20. Question number 20 also is on plane geometry. That is the theorem we have on triangles, most especially that of isosceles triangle. So also, if you go to our playlist as well, we'll see our explanation on the plane geometry, especially triangle, isosceles triangle, base angles are equal, then exterior angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angle. We talked about those theorems there. So if you want to really help yourself, go to the playlist and look at the theorem. So this will help you, and whenever we see question on this, you will know what to do. So let's try to interpret this question in the diagram. Side PQ, where side PQ, this side is equals to side PR. Where is PR? Okay, this side is equal to this side, also equals to RS, equal to here. So, and the angle RPS, where's angle RPS? RP then S. I mean, this angle here is 32 degrees. Find the value of angle QPR. 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 And we are looking for this angle that is here. We are looking for this angle here. The angle is not marked. So, it's this angle. Then the question is, how do we find that angle? Now, if you start from, you can see that you are only giving this angle here, which is angle RPS. You are only giving one angle. So they expect you to be able to understand what is happening here. Now, if you look at the triangle RPS, we can see that it's an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. This side is equal to this side. So in one of the theorem in isosceles triangle, that a base angle of isosceles triangles are what? Equal. Where are the base angle of this triangle? This angle RPS and this angle here RSP. This angle here, they are the base angle of this isosceles triangle, and they are what? Equal. So that means angle RSP is also 32 degrees, base angle of isosceles. So if this angle is 32 and this angle is 32, then this angle here, angle QRP is an exterior angle to this triangle. This angle here is an exterior angle to this triangle RPS. And we know that exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles of that triangle. the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angle of that triangle. So that means if you want to know this angle here, that means you have 32 plus 32, that will give us 64. So angle QRP is 32 plus 32, that gives us 64 degrees. Now that we know this angle is 64, if you look at triangle QPR as well, you can see that it's also an isosceles triangle, because this side is equal to this side as well. So it's also an isosceles triangle. So we know that a base angle of isosceles triangle are equal. That means this angle here is equal to this angle here as well, which I believe you know. So that means angle PQR is also 64 degrees base angle, because this angle here is 64. So if you know this angle, we know this angle. So from triangle QPR, we can find the third angle here by using sum of angle in a triangle. So that means this angle here will be 180 minus this plus this. So angle QPR we have to find is 180 minus 64 plus 64, which is this plus this. So 64 plus 4 give us 128. 180 minus 128 will give us 52 degrees. So that angle you have to find is 52 degrees, which I believe you understand what we have done here. As simple as that. Question number 21 now. Question number 21 says that in an examination, a score of 154 is 44%. What is the maximum score for the examination? Of course, for every examination, the maximum score is always 100%. So now, how do we find the 100% of the score? Now, if you are given that the score of 154 is 44%, it's very simple as well and straightforward. Now, if 44% of this 154 score is 44%, then you can find what 1% would be of the score. So 1% of the score will give us 154 divided by 44, because we can divide both sides by 44 here. So if 1% of the score is 154 over 44, then we can find 100% of the score. That will be 1 multiplied by 100. So 154 over 44 times 100. So if you simplify that further, that will give us 350. So the maximum score is 350 score, and that's option C. Question number 22. A boy deposited $160 in a savings account which pays simple interest at the rate of 5% per annum. After some time, he withdrew all his money at once, which amounted to $178. How many years did his money stay in the account? So this question is on arithmetic of finance, which is simple interest. So that a boy deposited $160, that's the principal. Then rate is 5% per annum. We have to find the time the boy deposited the money, and we are told that all the money the boy withdraw amounted to $178. So that means the money the boy withdrew is not only the money he deposited, which is the principal. No, he withdrew the money deposited and the interest that that has been added to the money, and that what gave us the amount. So amount is principal plus interest. The money is saved plus the interest on the money. So now, but we know that to calculate simple interest, we have a PRT over 100. PRT over 100. So from here, you can find the value of our T, knowing that principal is $160. So the amount he withdrew is $178 equals to the principal, which is 160 plus the principal 160 times the rate, which is 5 times T over 100. So if you simplify that further, 160 times 5 will give us 800. Then multiply by T will give us 800 T over 100. So this 100 here with 800 will give us 8. 8 times T will give us 80. So we can collect like time from here. 160 will go here. That means 178 minus 160. And that will give us 18. So we have 8T equals to 18. And our aim is to find T, which is at the time. We can divide both sides by T, so by 8. And that will give us 2.25 years. So that is the time the boy saved the money, 2 years. and for 3 months. So that means that's the time the boy saved the money, and the option A is the correct option here. So I hope you understand that what we have done there as well is very simple and straightforward. Question 23 now is on a solid shape, measuration of solid shape, and here we are measuring cylinder as one of the solid shape that we have. A closed cylinder has height 10 centimeter and the diameter 7 centimeter. Find the total surface area of the cylinder. Take pi to be 22/7. Closed cylinder. So that means the two ends of the cylinder are closed. So then how do we do this? Now total surface area of a closed cylinder is the area of the two closed end plus the curved surface area of the cylinder. So what's the area of this closed end? That's pi r square. Area of this closed end also pi r square. Then curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Then if you simplify that further, pi r square plus pi r square will give us 2 pi r squared. Then plus 2 pi r h. Then if something is common here, which is 2 pi r is common, factorize that one out. You have r left here, r is left plus h is left here. So we know the value of our pi, which is 20/7. Then radius we can get from the diameter, because the diameter is 7. So the radius is half of diameter, which is 7/2 here. So the radius is 7/2 into 7/2 plus 10. So what can we do? Yeah, 7 can take care of 7, 2 can take care of 2. That means you have 22 left here. Then here you can find the LCM inside the bracket. That will be 2, and that will give us 7 plus 20. That is 27/2. So if that multiply 2 in 22 give us 11. 11 times 27 will give us 297 centimeter squared as the total surface area of the closed cylinder. And if you look at the option provided, option C is the correct option in the question given to us. So now let's go to question number 23. So 24 right now. Question number 24 is on circle geometry. Circle geometry is question number 24. And I want to encourage you as well that if you truly want to know circle geometry and all the theorems on circle geometry very well, please visit the playlist of my channel. And there are a lot of video on circle geometry from the beginning, from the scratch, and all the theorems there were solved. We taught the, what's it called, the theorem one after the other, and we use them to solve a lot of problems, even Waec questions. So you can visit the playlist on circle geometry and understand it very well. For the purpose of this question, we are so that in the diagram O is the center of the circle, PQR. If angle POR is 114 degrees, this angle here, find angle PQR. This angle here, they want us to find this angle that is here. Then how do we find that? We can see that the what we are looking for, this angle here we are looking for here, has relationship with this angle here, this angle POR reflex. Angle POR reflex, this angle here at the top here. Why? Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if you can find this angle POR reflex, then we'll know this angle here. How do we find angle POR reflex? We know that the angle at this O here, this angle here plus the angle is angle reflex is should give us 360. Reason angle at a point. So angle POR plus angle POR reflex should give us 360 degrees angle at a point. So therefore this angle POR reflex will be 360 minus this angle 114, and that gives us 146. So if this angle here is 246 degrees, then this angle here will be half of what you're having here. Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So angle PQR as you have to as you have to find is 246 divided by 2, and that will give us 123 degrees. And the option A is the correct option for this question. So which is quite simple as well. Now let's go to the question number 5, which is the middle of the questions we have to solve in this video, because we have all 50 questions to solve in all. So but we just get to the middle of the questions now. Find the value of x at the point of intersection of the graph of the equation 5x minus 2y minus 14 equals to 0 and 3x minus 7y plus 9 equals to 0. Now we are having two straight lines because every linear equation will give us a straight line graph. So when you draw the graph of this and the graph of this now, they are going to intercept, because that's the only reason why we can even find the value of our x and y when we solve these two equations graphically. So, and they want us to find the value of x at the point of intersection now. So we don't need to draw the graph before we can know that if we solve these two simultaneously as well, we are going to get the same answer when we solve it graphically. So that means when we solve these two equations simultaneously as well, whatever we get as the value of our x and y are the value we get at the point of intersection when we draw them graphically. So that means you can solve these two equations simultaneously to get the value of our x at the point of intersection. So then that's what you're having here. We have 5 minus 2y equals to 14, 3x minus 7y equals to minus 9. Then I use elimination method to solve this now, and I made the coefficient of y to be equal. Then by multiplying this equation 1 by 7 and equation 2 by 2. So when I multiply this one by 7, I have 35x minus 14y equals to 98. And I multiply this one by 2, I have 6s minus 14y minus 18. So what do we do? To eliminate this y now, we'll subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Subtract this one from this one. That means we have 35x minus 6x. That gives us 29x minus 14y minus 14y. Minus minus will give us plus. So we having minus 14y plus 14y. That gives us 0. Here also we'll be having 98 minus 18. So minus also will give us plus. That means we have 98 plus 18. That gives us 116. Then from there, divide by 29. That gives us s to be 4. So we don't need to find the value of y because we are asked to find the value of x only, and s will give us 4. So an option C is the correct option in this question number 25 as well. So, and which I believe is well explained or is explanatory, and you understand what we have done here as well. Now we are don't forget we are solving the Waec GCE question 2022. They just concluded Waec GCE that they did last week Saturday. So we are solving the objective question of it. So if you lay our hand upon the theory question, if as you know that the Waec does not release their question again, so it's very difficult to get the theory question. But if you find it, we will solve it and post the video online as well for you to view them. Now, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button right now on the channel, and the subscribe will change to subscribed, and you can also click on the bell so that you can be notified whenever we post video on this channel. Let's go to question number 26. Question number 26 is on bearing. The bearing of a point x from y or a point y is 74 degrees. The bearing, the angle point x makes from y is 74 degrees. How can we interpret that? Draw the cardinal point to represent the location of y, and cardinal point to represent location of x. So this point x makes angle 74 degrees with y. So in the cardinal point, this is the first cardinal point. Then angle from here to here is 90. So 74 will fall in this cardinal point, or in this quadrant. So draw a straight line to join from y to x and put angle 74 there. So that means that's what angle s made with what angle y, 74 degrees. And the question now says that what's the bearing of y from x? So what angle y make with what? With x. So the angle and y will make this angle from here, from the north here down to that line that join them together from x. So angle y will make this angle from here to the line that join them together from x. So that's the bearing of y from x. Then how do we find the total angle from year to year? But we know that from year to year is 180 degrees, because from year to year is 90, from year to year is also 90. So from year to year is 180 degrees. All we need to know is from year to year. If you know from year to year, then we'll be able to get the total angle from year to year. Then how do we find from year to year? But we know that this angle given to us here is alternate to this angle. So this angle is 74, this angle is also 74. Why? If you this is a straight line, and this also is a straight line, and they are parallel. These two straight lines are parallel. So that means this straight line that joined together is a line of transversal. So that means this angle is alternate to this angle. So this angle is 74. So 74 plus 180 will give us 254. So that is the angle y make with what? With x, which is from year to year. And that's the bearing of y from what? X. So I hope you understand what I've explained there. The question is also very cheap and is straightforward. Question number 27 now is what we want to talk about, and that's also on plane geometry and on parallel lines as well. Please do find your way to the playlist and check question topics on parallel lines. You have solved questions like this in that video, so it should help you to understand what you have done there. This question can be solved in different like 2 or 3 ways, but I'm going to give you the cheapest way now of solving it. Now look at it. Now we have to calculate the value of x in the diagram. This is a parallel line to this line is parallel to this line. That's why we are having a arrows on them. Then if you look at the two parallel lines, there's no straight line that join them together. That means there's no line of transversal yet in this. There's no line of transversal. So but there's a way we can solve this now. The first method I can use is to create another parallel line here. I can create another parallel line here. Then that line will bisect this angle 136 into 2 equal angles. So that should give us 68. That will give us 68. This, if I put another straight line there which is parallel to this and this, so we have 68 here, 68 here. Then that means this line is parallel to this line here, and that means this line will become a line of transversal. Then we can find this angle that is here. How? By saying that this, look up this angle here, angle on a straight line. So you can say this angle will be 180 minus 5x. So 180 minus 5x and this angle 68 that we have in the other side here, they are opposite interior angle. So that means both of them will add up to 180. So that means I have 180 minus 5s plus 68 to be equal to 180. So from there I can find my x. Or I use this one as well. I have 68 at this side as well. That means this line become line of transversal to this parallel line, this line as well. From here I can get this angle to be 180 minus 3s as well, angle on a straight line. Then this angle 68 and this angle here, they are also opposite interior angle. They're supposed to add up to 180. But that's one of the theorem in the parallel lines. So from there you can find our s as well. But that is too complicated as well. There's another way you can find which is very straightforward. How? If you get this angle that is here, which is 180 minus 5s angle on a straight line, and we also get this angle that is here, which is 180 minus 3s angle on a straight line, then this angle here plus this angle 136 degree plus this angle we got here, they will add up to 360 degrees. That's another theorem under parallel lines. The angle here plus another angle here plus angle here plus angle here will give us 360 degrees. So that means you have 180 minus 5x, 180 minus 5x plus 136 plus 180 minus 3s equals to 360 degrees. From there you can collect like times 180 plus 180 will give us 360, then plus 136 minus 5s minus 3s will give us minus 8x equals 360. 360 plus 136 will give us sorry, then 360 can cancel 360 here, because when I take like times here, this one comes here. That means I will be having 360 minus 360, that will give us 0. So we have 136 minus 8x is equal to 0. Collect like times, or from here now you can just add this this together, then take it to this side, then you'll be having minus 136, then minus will take your minus, then you can divide both sides by 8, then you will have your s to be 17 degrees. So option C is the correct option is as far as question number 27 is concerned. Question number 28 now is the next question we want to solve, and the question is also on the circle geometry, which is very simple. Visit our tutorial on circle geometry in our playlist. You understand this very well. As I'm going to explain in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. O is the center. PQR circle PQR. This is circle. If reflex angle QOR, this reflex angle is 290 degrees. Find the QPR. QPR. That means you're looking for this angle that is there. You're looking for angle QPR. That is the angle at the circumference here. So how can you find that? But we know that this angle here and this angle at the center here have relationships, because angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So that means this angle here is twice this angle that is here. So if you know this angle here, you can find this angle here. So how do we know this angle here? This angle here plus this angle here, we add up to 360 degrees angle at a point. Then how do we get this one angle here? That would be 360 minus 290, and that will give us 70 degrees as the angle QOR. Then if you know angle QOR here, then you can find angle QPR, which is 70 divided by 2, and that gives us 35 degrees. So this angle here is 35 degrees, and option D is the correct option as far as the question 28 is concerned. Question 29 is on solid shape as well. Solid shape, mensuration of solid shape. A rectangular tank is 80 centimeter long, 60 centimeter wide, and 50 centimeter high. How many liters of water can the tank hold? So rectangular tank is cuboid in nature. Rectangular tank is cuboid in nature. So that means with the dimension given to us, the length, the breadth, and the height of the rectangular tank, we can find the volume of the tank. So when we now know the volume of this tank in the which is volume is also talking about the capacity of the tank. That is how many liters of, or how many the capacity, what is the quantity of liquid that the tank can hold. So when we know the volume in centimeter cube, as you can see that we are giving the dimension in centimeter, then you can now convert that to what, to liters according to the question. So now, what is the volume of a cuboid? Volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. So when you multiply the dimension together, we have a 240,000 centimeter cube. Now this is in centimeter cube now, so we have to take it to liter. 1000 centimeter cube will give us 1 liter. Therefore 1 centimeter cube will give us 1 over 1000 liters. So if you know 1 centimeter cube, we can find the 240,000 centimeter cube. So therefore 240 centimeter cube to liter will be 240 centimeter 240,000 centimeter cube times 1 over 1000, and that gives us 240,000 centimeter 240,000 divided by 1000, and that will give us 240 liters. So the tank will be able to hold 240 liters of liquid or water that concerning the as far as the question is concerned. So option C is the correct option of the question number 29, which I believe you truly understand how we solve that question. It's not difficult as well. Question number 30 now. Question number 30 is on statistics, and you are talking about the measure of dispersion here, mean deviation and the variance, measure of dispersion. Now the standard deviation of a distribution is 0.8. Find the variance. Of course, we know that there's a relationship between standard deviation and variance. When we know one, we'll get the other one. So the relationship is that the standard deviation is gotten from square root of variance. That is, when I know the variance, I can find the standard deviation by finding the square root of the variance. But in this case, we are given deviation, standard deviation, which is 0.8 equals to square root of variance. Then we are looking for variance. You can find the square. You can take the square of both sides. So therefore, variance will be 0.8 squared, and that gives us 0.64. So option C is the correct option here, as we can see. Now, question number 31 is on a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, you are given the roots of a quadratic equation, then to find the equation of that equation the quadratic equation that we are given the two roots. So there are many ways we can do this as well. So we can use the s square minus open bracket alpha plus beta multiplied by s plus alpha beta equals to 0 if alpha and beta are the root of the two equations, so the root of the quadratic equation. But that might sound look tedious for non-further mathematics students, but we can still do it using the default method. So if you use x to be the variable of the quadratic equation, as you can see in the option, so that means the root, that means s will be equal to 7, s will be equal to minus 2. Then from there you can take 7 to this side, that means you have s minus 7 equals to 0. Also s2 will come here, we have s plus 2 equals to 0. So if this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0, that means the product of the two of them is also equal to 0. That means this times this also will give us 0. And that's what we are having here, that s minus 7 into s plus 2 equals to 0 as well. Then when you now open the bracket, you have s times 7 give us s squared, s times 2 will give us 2s, minus 7 times s will give minus 7s, then minus 7 times 2 will give us minus 14 equals to 0. Then from there, we can take like times 2x minus 7 will give us minus 5x, then that will give us s squared minus 5x minus 14 equals to 0. And the option C is the correct option as far as question number 31 is concerned. So I believe you understand the question. Question number 32 is the next question, and it's also on probability. Question is from probability. A number is chosen at random from the set 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. What's probability that the number is a multiple of 7? So when they choose a number at random here, probability that the number selected is a multiple of 7. So multiple of 7 are the number that 7 can go in without remainder. So out of this number here, which number can 7 go in? So those one will be our favorable outcome. Don't forget that probability of an event is the favorable outcome over total outcome. Total outcome is all the events here. So that is how many in number? That is 8 in number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the favorable outcome here are the elements or the outcome that go with the what is given to a multiple of 7. Multiple of 7s are value that 7 can go in. So that means we have 7 can go in 35 as one of the favorable outcome, and 7 can go in 42 as well. So these are the two favorable outcomes that we have. So that means out of these two we pick one. So that means we have a favorable outcome over total outcome, which is 2 over 8, and that gives us 1 over 4. And option C is the correct option here as 32 is concerned. Now question number 33 is also on polygon as well. Question number 33 is also on polygon, and it's related to the question that we have solved before, but another way of solving another way can be asked question on polygon. What is he saying? The sum of the angles of a regular polygon is 220 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? In this case, they are talking about interior angles. They are not talking about exterior angles here, because we know that the sum of exterior angle of any polygon is 360 degrees, and you can see the angle given to us here is more than 360 degrees. So that means they are technically talking about interior angles of that polygon. So we don't know the name of that polygon. We can only know the polygon if you know the side the polygon has. So the sum of the the angle, the sum of the interior angle of a polygon is 2520. So what do you do? Remember the formula of finding sum of the interior angle of a polygon. So that is 2n minus 4 multiplied by 90. So this is formula of finding sum of interior angle of any regular polygon. So what do we do? Equate this formula to the value of the sum of the interior angles. So that will give us 520 equals to 2n minus 4, then multiply by 90. So we can divide both sides by 90 here. So if I divide this one by 90, I have 2n minus 4. Divide this one by 90, I have 28. So from there now I can collect like times 4. We go to the other side. That means I have 2n equals to 28 plus 4. And that will give us 32. Then divide both sides by 2. That will give us 16. So that means the polygon is has 16 sides. The polygon has 16 sides, and option B is the correct option. Question number 34 is on coordinate geometry, which is a gradient as well of a straight line. So you have to find the gradient of the line 3x minus 2y equals to 6. This is a linear equation, so that may represent a straight line. Then you have to find the gradient of the straight line. How do we do that? It's by making this equation to look like the template of a linear equation. This is the template of linear equation. Y is equal to ms plus c, where m here is the gradient and the c is the y-intercept. So you express the equation given to you in this format, then you'll be able to know your gradient there. So what do? We have 3x minus 2y equals to 6. So you make y solve the formula. Then take 3x to the other side, we have minus 2y equals to 6 minus 3x. Then we can divide both sides by, you can multiply through by minus first, so I have to take care of this minus. So you have 2y equals to, this one become minus, this one become plus, so 3x minus 6. Then you can divide both sides by 2 now. Y is equals to 3x over 2 minus 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. So that means the coefficient of x here, which is m, is the gradient. So our gradient here will be 3 over 2. So that means option C is the correct option as far as question number 34 is concerned as well. Let's move quickly to question number 35. Question number 35 is on circle geometry as well. We can see that we are giving a lot of questions on circle geometry. So that is why it is expedient for students to know circle geometry very well, because they cannot do away with circle geometry in examination, whether objective or theory. Even the so-called jump will give question on circle geometry. Let's look at the question in the diagram. P is the center of the circle, as you can see here, and angle MSR is 52 degrees. Find the size of the reflex angle MPR. Reflex angle MPR. That means you want us to find this angle here. You want to find the angle here. So it's very simple as well. The angle given to us here has a relationship with this angle MPR, the one down here. MPR, the angle here, but we are looking for the one at the top here, which is the reflex of this one. So there's a relationship with this there's a relationship with this angle 52 and this angle MPR down here. What's the relationship? Angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So that means this angle here will be 2 times 52, and that will give us a 104 degrees. So if this angle here is 104 degrees, this angle MPR and its reflex, the addition of them should give us 360 degrees, reason angle at a point. So, and that's why we have angle MPR reflex equals to 360 minus 104 degrees, and that will give us 256 degrees. And option A is the correct option as far as the question is concerned. Question number 36 is the next question. The angle of a sector of a circle is 108 degrees. If the radius of the circle is 3.5 centimeter, find the perimeter of the sector. So this is the mensuration of plane shape and that of circle that we are measuring. Sector of a circle now. And when do we have a sector in a circle? When we have a radii in a circle, then we have a sector. So what will make the perimeter of a sector? That will be the radii, that is the 2 radius plus the length of an arc. That what gave us the perimeter of a sector. So perimeter of a sector is the radii, which is r plus length of an arc. So r plus r will give us 2r, and what's the length of an arc? Theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So from there, you have been given the radius, you have been given the angle, the sector subtended at the center. So that means you have 2 times 3.5, which is the radius, plus theta is 108 over 360 times 2 times 20 over 7 times the radius 3.5. Then we know that I want 2 times 3.5 will give us a 7. Then something can go here. 36 can go in and 108. That will give us 3. And 36 in 360 will give us 10. Then 3 over 3.5 same as 7 over 2. Then 7 can take care of 7. 2 can take care of 2. You have 7 plus 3 over 2 over 10 times 22. Of course, this one you can use your calculator to get the answer immediately. We are just doing it for to understand what you have done there. Then from here as well, 2 can go in 10, 5, 2 can go in 22, 11. That means you have 3 times 11, that gives us 33 over 5. Then from there now you can now find the LCM, which is 5. 35 plus 33 equals to 68 over 5. And that will give us 13 over 3 over 5 centimeter. So option A is the correct option as the perimeter of the sector in centimeter. So I think that's also simple for us to comprehend as well. So question number 37 now is on probability as well. As you can see on the screen right now, a class consists of 21 boys and 15 girls who compete for a prize. Find the probability that a boy takes the first prize and a girl takes the second prize. Now, if you interpret this question very well, total outcome is 21 plus 15, and that gives us 36 as total outcome. Then the question is based on prizes. Then they said that the probability that a boy take the first prize and a girl take the second prize, and you can see that question is a probability without replacement. If you look at it very well. Now let's look at the probability that a boy take the first prize and the probability of a girl taking the second prize. Now if the boy take the first prize, that will be 21 out of the 21 boys. One take the first prize, that will be 21 over 36. Then the boys is as reduced by 1. Abi, good. And the total population, which total outcome also will reduce by 1. Are you there with me? And that will now give us a 35 as the new total, because the boy that are already taking first cannot take second again. It's not possible. So now the boy that took first cannot take second. So that means the total outcome has reduced by 1, since one boy has already taken the first. Now the girls still remain intact. We still have 15 girls there. It's only the boy that has reduced by 1, and total outcome as well. So out of the 15 girls, one girl will take what, second. So that means we'll be having 15 out of over what, over 35 that is left when one boy is removed. So that means we'll be having 21 over 36 times 15 over 35. So if you simplify that further, I think 31 can go, 27 can go in 21, that is 3. In 35, that is 7. Then, sorry, that is 5 rather. 5 here, 1, 5 here is 3. Then 3 times 3 will give us a 9. 9 here, 1, 9 here will give us 4. So we have 1 over 4. So option A is the correct option as far as question number 37 is concerned. I hope you understand what we have done there. Question number 38 now. An arc of a circle of radius 7 cm is 14 cm long. What angle does the arc subtend at the center of the circle? It's very simple as well. You are having a circle, and when do we have a arc in a circle? When we have a radii or when you have a chord. So, but we need radius here because we are given the radius of the circle. So we are told that the arc is 14 cm long and the radius is 7 cm. What is the angle that this arc subtend at the center? So we can use the length of an arc to find the angle, since we have been given the length of the arc. So formula of find length of an arc is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Length of an arc is 14 equals to theta over 360 times 2 times 20 over 7 times radius, which is 7. 7 will take care of 7. Then 22 times 2 will give us 44. Times theta will give us 44 theta over 360. You can cross multiply from there. 14 will multiply 360 equals to 44 theta. Then from there, can divide both sides by 44. Theta will be equal to 360 times 14 over 44, and that will give us 114.5 114.55 degrees. 114.55 degrees. So that means the angle this arc obtained at the center of the circle is 114.55 degrees. And option B is the correct option. I hope you understand that as well. Question number 39 is also on parallel geometry, and it's very simple as well. We are having parallel line, and the line cut across them, which is line of transversal. We are giving this angle as a M, this angle as N. They now say that the sum of M and N is called what? So if you remember if you don't understand, go back to our playlist. You will understand this on a parallel geometry, which is a parallel line. Then we can see that this angle here and this angle here are inside the parallel lines, and we regard them as opposite interior angles. So when they add up, both of them will add up to what? 180 degrees. 180 degrees. So that means they are supplementary angle. So when angle add up to 180 degrees, they are supplementary. So and that means option C is the correct option here as well. Option C is the correct option. Now question number 40 now is the next question, and the question is on probability as well. The probability that Ade and Eze will fail an examination is 1/7 and 3/8 respectively. Find probability that only one of them will pass. Probability that they both fail is 1/7. So if probability that Ade fail is 1/7, that means probability that Ade will pass will be 1 minus 1/7, and that gives us 6/7. Because probability of failure plus probability of success is equal to 1. Probability of failure plus probability of success is equal to 1. So if probability of failure is 1/7, then to get probability of pass of success, that will be 1 minus 1/7. That goes over 7. Also, if probability that Eze fail is 3/8, then probability of that Eze pass is 1 minus 3/8, and that gives us 5/8 as well. Then probability that only one of them will pass. Probability that only one of them will pass will be probability that Ade pass, then Eze fail, or probability that Eze failed and they pass. That is the two ways in which it can be. Probability that only one of them will pass, whether Ade failed, Eze pass, or Ade pass, Eze failed. And that's what we are having here. That probability that only one of them will pass. Probability that Ade pass and Eze fail, or which is plus probability that Ade fail, Eze pass, and that will give us Ade pass is 6/7, and Eze fail is times 3/8 plus Ade fail is 1/7 times Eze pass is 5/8. If we simplify that further, what can we see? 2 here 3, 2 here 4. 2 times 3 will give us 3 times 3 give us 9. 4 times 7 will give us 28 plus 5 times 1 is 5. 7 times 8 is 56. Find the LCM, which is 56. That will give us 18 plus 5. Then that will be 23/56. And the option C is the correct option as question number 40 is concerned. So we have 10 questions left for this Waec GCE question, general mathematics question, objective question, as we are solving. So please don't forget, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please click subscribe button now on the channel, so that you will help us to improve the channel, and you can click the bell as well, so that you'll be notified whenever we post video on this platform. So please remember that if you don't subscribe, you are not helping us. You are not helping us to build this channel. So now let's move to question number 41. Question number 41 is on statistics. The score in a mathematics test for a class of 30 students are this. Use the information to answer 41 and 42. What is the mode? Of course, if you look at it very well, mode is the most occurring number there, and you can see that 7 occurred the most there. So the mode is 7. And find the range of the distribution. What's the range? Range is the difference between the highest and the least value of the data here. What is the highest number here? 9. And the least number here is 2. So the difference between them, which is 9 minus 2, that gives us 7. So the range also is what? Is 7. So question number 43 now. the volume of a certain sphere is numerically equal to 4 times its surface area. Find the diameter of the sphere. The volume of a certain sphere. What is the volume of a sphere? 4 over 3 pi r cube. Then, uh, what is the surface area of a sphere? We have 4 pi r squared. So we are now told that the volume is equals to 4 times the surface area. Volume is equals to 4 times surface area. What is the volume? 4 over 3 pi r cube equals to 4 multiplied by 4 pi r squared, which is the surface area. If we open the bracket, 4 times 4 give us 16 pi r squared. Then from there now, what can we do? We can cross multiply. Sorry, we can divide 4. We can divide both sides by 4. If I divide this one by 4, we have a pi r cube over 3 left. If I divide this one by 4, we have 4 pi r squared left. Then from there, pi r squared is common to both sides. Pi r squared is here, pi r squared is also here. So when I can cancel out, so I will have r left here. R over 3 equals to 4. Cross multiply, we have r equals to 12. So because you are giving our answer in centimeter, that's why you have centimeter here. Should in case this is theory, then you'll be having 12 units here because you are not giving the unit of the sphere. So we have 12 units as our answer, but in this case they give our answer in centimeter here, so that we can pick 12 centimeter as the answer, which is B. Question number 44. The volume of a cone with height 29 centimeter is 1758 centimeter cube. Find the radius of the cone. Take pi to 20 over 7. The volume of a cone. What is the volume of a cone? The volume of a cone is the 1/3 of volume of a cylinder, and that will be 1 over 3 pi r square h. So from the question, we are given the volume and we are given the height of the volume. So that means we have the height, then we have to find the radius. It's very simple, which is our r. So the volume is 1758 equals to 1 over 3 times 20 over 7 times radius squared multiplied by 29, which is the height. Then if you simplify that further, we can cross multiply. 3 and 7 will multiply this, and equals to whatever we have here as the numerator. So 1758 times 3 times 7 equals to 22 times r squared times 29. If you multiply this out, we have 638. Multiply this out, we have 36,918. Then you can divide both sides by 638 to give us our r squared, and that gives us 557.865. Our aim is to find r, not r squared, so you can find the square root of both sides. So our r will be 7.6 centimeter. So which is option B as one of the options given. Question number 45 now is the next question. If r is equal to -5 and s is equal to 4 and t is equal to -4, evaluate rst over rs minus st. So it's a question, but you are supposed to be smart with this. So rst over rs minus st, of course you can just substitute the value of the variable into it and you simplify it. That will give you your answer. But here you can see that in denominator s is common. You can factorize s out in denominator so that s can take care of s at the top as well. So we have rt over r minus t. Our r is -5 and our t is -4. -5 times -4 give us +20. Then -5 minus -4, that will give us -5 plus 4, that will give us -1. So 20 over -1 will give us -20. So option C is the correct option in that question number 45 as well. Question number 46 now is the next question, and you have to use this diagram. The pie chart shows the means by which a sample of students come to school in the morning. 50 of the students walk to school every morning. 50 of the students walk to school every morning. Call this a pie chart now, and use the information to answer 46 and 47. Very simple as well. So this pie chart represents the means by which student come to school in the morning. So we are told that, of course, that they have drawn the pie chart, and then we have the sectorial angles for all the means of transportation. 100%, 100 degrees walk, 50 degrees cars, 70 degree by bus. Then by circles, we don't know the angles, but we can easily find it. So we know that all the angles are supposed to add up to what, 360 degrees, because sum of angle in a circle is 360. So this plus this, remove from 360, that will give us the sectorial angle for what, cycle. Now let's go to the question: how many students cycle to schools? So if you know the angles, which is as I explained earlier, now we can know the number of students as cycle. Now then let's go back. How do you solve that? Now we can use the formula for finding sectorial angle to get the total number of students that are involved. We only know students that are involved in in walking to school. These are 50 in numbers, but we don't know how many students are there in generally. So, but we can use the formula for finding sectorial angle to get the total number of students that are in there. So, how do we do that? So, to get sectorial angle, we have the item divided by total item multiplied by 360. That will give us sectorial angle. So, but we have been given the number of students that work, which is 50. So, we can use that. So, we have 50 worked over total means of coming to school, total number of students involved, or total number of students involved in the experiment, times 360 equals to the angles for sectorial angle for work, which is 100. So from there, this will multiply 50 will multiply 360, that will give us 18,000 equal over x. So I represent this total number of students involved, I represent with x. So that will give us uh 18,000 over x equals 100, equals to multiply x times 100 will give us 100, equals to 18,000. Divide both side by 100, that will give us x to be 180. So that means 180. So that means the total number of students that are sampled, they are 180 in number. So total number of students that are sampled in this experiment are 180 in number. So therefore, I said we can find the sectorial angle of this cycle, which is 360 minus open bracket 100 plus 50 plus 70. That will give us 360 minus 220. That will give us 140. So the sectorial angle for cycle is 140. So that means to know the how many people cycle, how many students cycle, that means we have a number of students that cycle, which is what we are looking for, over total number of students, which is 180 that we got here, times sectorial angle, which is 360 equals 140 as we got here. So if you simplify, we have this times this 360y over 180 equals 140 cross multiply. So then that will give us 360y equals to 25,200. Divide both side by y, so by 360y rather. Then you have y to be equal to 70. So that means 70 students cycle to school. 70 students cycle to what? To school. Then how many students were sampled? We have 180 students were sampled. So A is the for question number 7 is A. 180 students were sampled, as we have gotten here. Question number 48 now. This is on inequalities. Minus 1 over 5 into 2x minus 3 less than minus 3 over 5 into x minus 1. So it's very simple as well. So we can decide to clear the fraction, the denominator of the fraction, by multiplying through by 5. So you multiply through by 5, then you'll be able to clear the fraction. So if I multiply this one by 5, I'll be having 5 will take care of 5, I'll be having minus 2 left. So we have minus 2 into 2x minus 3 multiply less than. If I multiply this one also by 5, then I'll be having minus 3 left here, because 5 will cancel 5. So we have minus 3 into x minus 1. Open the bracket, that will give us minus 8 plus 6. Open bracket here, you have minus 3 plus 3 as well. Then collect like times, you have minus 4x. This one comes here plus 3x less than 3. 6 comes here minus 6. So minus 4x plus 3x will give us minus x, less than 3 minus 6 is minus 3. The minus can take care of minus, but the inequality will change from less than, because we are dividing this variable is having minus here, so it will become greater than, so that means s will be greater than 3, because we are dividing both sides by minus 1. So our the correct answer is option B, s greater than 3. So question number 49 now. Also, we are having 4x minus 3y equals to minus 1, and 3x plus 2y equals to 8. Find the value of x plus y. So we are solving two simultaneous equations now. You are going to solve this simultaneous equation using any method we know, whether substitution or elimination. They are both linear equations that we can solve simultaneously to get the value of our x, s and y, when we now know that we can find x plus y. So as you can see, 4x minus 3 equals to 1, x plus 2y equals to 8, equation 1, equation 2. So I decided to eliminate y. So I would do that, multiply this equation by 2, multiply this equation by what? By 3. And that's what we are having here. And if I multiply this one by 2, I have 8s minus 6y equals to minus 2. If I multiply this one by 3, I have 3x minus 6, sorry, plus 6y equals to 24. So I can now eliminate this by adding now. If I add these two equations, then y will vanish. So 8x plus 3x will give us 11x. Then minus 2 plus 24 will give us 22. If I put that by 11, that will give us s to be 2. Then substitute x equal to 2 in any of the two equations. We have s plus 2y equals to 8 in equation 2. Then put your s to be 2 here, plus 2y equals to 8. Collect like times 2y is equals to 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is 6. Then if I put that by 2, that will give us y to be equals to 3. So s is 2, y is 3. Then we have to find s plus y. That will be 2 plus 3, and that gives us 5. So option C is the correct option here also. So the last question is question number 50 for the Waec 2022, Waec GCE 2022 General Mathematics Objective question, which I believe you have been enjoying so far, and as you have been solving the question together step by step. So let's solve this last one together. Find the value of r for which 1 plus 3r over 1 minus 3r minus 1 of minus 3r over 1 plus 3r is undefined. So when do we say a fraction is undefined? When the denominator of the fraction is equals to 0. So now we are having a fraction minus another fraction. All you need to do is to find the LCM first to make it a single fraction. So what's the LCM of 1 minus 3r and 1 plus 3r? That will be 1 minus 3r, 1 plus 3r. So if that's the case, now you can find the LCM from there. This in this will give us 1 plus 3r multiplied by this. That will give us this into brackets. Excuse me. Minus this in this, that will have 1 minus 3r left. Multiplied by this, you have this. So we don't have any business with the numerator. You don't need to simplify further, but because they also find the value of r that will make this fraction undefined, and that is only when the denominator is equal to 0. So that means equate the denominator to because it was 0. So we have 1 minus 3r into 1 plus 3r equals 0. So that means this is equal to 0 according to our quadratic equation. When you solve quadratic equation, so this is equal to 0, this is also equal to 0. That means 1 minus 3r equals to 0, or 1 plus 3r equals to 0. So collect like times, that means you have minus 3r equals to 1 will come here, you have minus 1. So divide both sides by minus, that means you have r equals to 1 over 3, or here take like time as well, 1 come here, you have minus 1. Divide both sides by 3, that will give us r equals to minus 1 over 3. So that means the values of r can either be 1 over 3 or minus 1 over 3, which means that option A is the correct answer in question number 50. So I hope you have learned a lot in this video, and you understood what you have been doing so far since the beginning of this video. as we have been trying to solve Waec GCE 2022 General Mathematics Objective Question. So if you like the video, give it a thumb up by clicking the like by liking the video. You can help us share the video with your words or call your student that you want to write Waec in come next year, May, June. Also, you can, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscribe button right now so as to help us improve this channel. Share the video, and as you do so, may the good Lord, which is Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, bless you. Thank you, and God bless you.